Hey everyone, as promised, I am back with a vessels and nerve video of the lower leg. So, these are just the vessels and nerves you can commonly see on an actual leg model. Remember that there are more, and you can typically see more of those vessels on an actual vessels model. You'll see that in some of my other videos, and I hope that this helps for the actual leg model, right? It can often make it easier to learn innervations. So we're gonna start up here. Okay, as you know, so right here, we're next to the iliopsoas, we're next to all of these muscles. So our adductor longus, the iliopsoas, the pectineus, the adductor brevis, we're right there on that region, so the anterior region. This group right here is referred to as the femoral nav, okay? And nav is just something you'll hear when someone is referring to the nerve, artery, and vein of the same name. So this femoral nav is referring to the femoral nerve, the femoral artery, and the femoral vein. So all of those are clumped together, which is why it's the femoral nav. But if we go down, you can see this branch right here. This is a commonly tested branch. That is the deep femoral artery. It comes off of that femoral artery, so it's supplied by that femoral artery, and it goes deeper into the leg. All right. Then we come down here, the adductor hiatus, this is what this is trying to show, the beginning of the adductor hiatus, which is like a hole through the adductor magnus, okay? Basically, once in this region, right, close to the adductor hiatus, you're gonna have the great saphenous vein. So down here would be referred to as the great saphenous vein. If I flip it over, you are now looking at the posterior leg. All right, the posterior, that means the back, if you haven't watched the anatomical terms video yet. And let's see if I can move it down. This right here is going to be your superior gluteal artery. Your superior gluteal artery. Here is your inferior gluteal artery, all right? And then you're gonna have this yellow nerve, okay? The yellow is signifying nerves on this model. This yellow nerve is the sciatic nerve, okay? The sciatic nerve. So the sciatic nerve is gonna go all the way down until this right here. If you can tell, it kind of starts to branch, right? It has a branch here and a branch here. That's important, right? Because this branch is the common peroneal nerve, okay? So usually when something branches, it gets a different name, right? So this branch is called the common peroneal nerve. And it's important because it goes right over this muscle right here. This is the biceps femoris short head, right? This biceps femoris short head is actually innervated by that common peroneal nerve, and it's the only one on the posterior compartment of the leg that is not innervated by the tibial nerve. So, quick tip, everything on the posterior of the leg is innervated by the tibial nerve except for the biceps femoris short head. That would be the common peroneal nerve. That being said, if we look at the other branch, so not this one, but this one, that is, I hope you said the tibial nerve. Yes, that is the tibial nerve. That's what it's trying to show there. This branch right here, it goes all the way down, if you can see. Then, all right, we are going to have these arteries and veins. If you can see them right there, this artery right here, this is actually the popliteal artery, right? That popliteal artery gives rise to the genicular arteries. If you've already watched my vessels video, the popliteal artery gives rise to the genicular arteries, which means it supplies blood too. And this is trying to show you the genicular arteries, these little branches coming off. So you can see another one right there, one right here, one right here. That's the genicular arteries. Those actually come around to the knee area. So this is trying to show genicular arteries. If we go down, right, this artery going along the tibial nerve on the posterior aspect is actually the posterior tibial artery, right? Posterior tibial artery. You have an anterior and a posterior tibial artery. One is behind or posterior to the tibia. One is anterior or in front of the tibia. This one, though, because we're on the posterior compartment, would be that posterior tibial artery. Okay, now, If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that the word common in a name means that it will commonly bifurcate, which means it's going to have two branches, right? So that common peroneal nerve right here, right? That common peroneal nerve is going to branch, right? So it's going to branch into two other nerves. And those two nerves, we can follow it down. It's actually going to come in round on the front to the deep peroneal nerve. Let me make sure I'm pinning it right. The deep peroneal nerve and the superficial peroneal nerve, which you can barely see coming over the ankle bone. That would be the superficial peroneal nerve. And those two are the branches off that common peroneal nerve. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the vessels and the nerves of a common leg model. I'll go more in depth on my vessels video if you're interested in learning about all of the vessels in the lower leg. Thank you for joining us, and I hope this helped.